Pinata was the leader at the beginning of everything to do with NFTs and kind of making this much easier for people. So we really are the backbone of the entire NFT markets. I would say about 85% are run on us via Pinata. We're actually we call ourselves a Web3 media distribution company that allows users to host, manage, and share files in IPFS. So I guess at the core of our company is the ability to share content and kind of reap the benefits of a distributed file system such as IPFS. So for developers, we're one of the easiest ways to pin content to IPFS and be able to build your Web3 dApps, mint your NFTs without having to do all the heavy lifting of building and managing your own IPFS nodes. And then we also cater for creators or non-technical folks. We make it super easy to serve content at any scale without any technical experience. We have two ways that you can essentially pin content. The first is through our web app, which I think both developers and creators use just because it's so simple and fast. So this is ideal for like single JPEGs or folders that you can just click and drag in. The other way, if you want to customize more things or if you have larger files that require just a bit of, like tech power, you can use our API and you can do that through our SDK or manually as well. You all know like how IPFS works. So essentially when you pin data, so pinning is the verb that you're telling the IPFS node that the data is important. And by important, it means that it should be saved. So a node is basically, in this case, a program that connects you to IPFS and stores those files. And why you need to pin your files that are important is because pinning prevents important data from being deleted. And why this is deleted is because IPFS has a inherent garbage collection process where files that haven't been used or accessed much are cleared, so that it makes it a much more efficient system. And only you, as the person who initially pins the file, can control and pin data on your node. So you can't really force other nodes to pin your files on the IPFS network. And that's why Pinata is called Pinata. So I'm going to go to pinata.cloud. I'll log in because I already have an account. And so here we are. This is the front end. And before you get started, if you don't have an account already, you'll just need to sign up and go over here to API keys. And then just click new key. You can give admin access. And if it's just you that's going to use it, you can name your... And you'll want to copy this and store it somewhere safe. I'm just going to probably revoke that later. And we're just prepping for the API part later. But if you go to the web interface here, you can go to Add Files. And you can choose whether you want a folder. If you have like a 10K PFP collection, you can choose a file. So this can be an image, a video, a text file, whatever you wish. And you can also pin by CID. So for example, if you're on something like, NFT storage, or you previously pinned files to IPFS another way, you can grab that and you can pin it to IPFS via Pinata through the CID. So here we go. I'm just going to go in a file. I already have one ready here. So if you see here, it says make your file private. I won't go into depth with this, but Pinata is the only that allows you to keep your files private from the IPFS protocol. For now, I'm just going to upload. And just to note that whatever you upload to IPFS is public and it stays public. If you submarine your file to begin with and then you make it public, there's no way to make it private again. So that's just another thing to keep in mind if you do want to use submarine. So here we go. You can see your file name, the content identifier, and then you can also share it. The cool thing with Pinata is that we have rich previews. So, for example, if you have an image and you want to share it on Twitter or something like that, it also has link shortening. So when you send it to someone, it won't have that extremely long CID at the end. So yeah, everything is just optimized for user experience. And so yeah, I guess it's like a less scary interface to access IPFS. And here you can edit some details. So if you want to use like another name, or if you want to add some key value pairs, you can do that here. You can filter by name or whatever you like, the start date or the end date. So if you need to see a list of pins, you can do that too. And yeah, that's basically how the web app works. So in the case of developing an NFT, if you wanted to use a CID, just kind of copy that, show you the preview, and there we are. So here I have a very basic setup of a little node project using our SDK. This index.js has the upload function. So as you can see here, I'm basically just calling the pin file to IPFS API call onto this Pinata object that I set up with the SDK. So I could click and drag this same picture into here. And if I go back into my index, all I would have to do is just write the name of this file. This is where the metadata goes. You can add your key value pairs in here as well. And then you basically just run this function. Actually, this won't work because I already have it pinned. But you just run this function and then it will upload to your web. You will see it in your web app straight away. Hopefully that covers both of the ways that you can use Pinata for your dApp or any NFT related things. But we're super simple, we're fun, and we have an awesome customer support team. So yeah, feel free to come to us for anything IPFS.